I'm a bit disheveled. I can't find my headphones. My clothes are dirty, and overall, I think I smell.
Kurt, you sound like me every time we record. That's I never have headphones, and
Oh no,
my kids always tell me that I should take a shower every day because I make them take a shower every day. So yeah,
you
it's
need to take
normal
a
stuff.
shower, then, man.
It's normal stuff, Kirk. It's no big deal. That's the best thing about virtual comedy. You can't smell me on stage.
Yeah, no, I suppose so. A lot of these comedians they benefit off that. That's right, comedians. I'm saying you smell. Um, it's like they have that backpack, now one stick of deodorant in there. It's like that. It's the least they can do.
Look, I think that's a great way to start the show, bro. Is to talk about that because for real, this is not even no, it's not even a joke. Comedians be stinking, yo.
They do. They
Like
do.
for real. I've been to rap shows, I've been to R&B shows, I've been to poetry readings. Comedians stink. Out of all the artists, comedians be stinking, yo. That's real
Yeah.
rap. I'm telling you.
You go to like dance recitals, like different sporting events, fencing, and it won't have the same odor as an open mic in Manayunk.
Facts.
Like, yeah, I don't get what that is. I feel like a lot of, I don't know, maybe comics just, you would think like for a profession that's revolved around being like aware and observations, that would be one of them. That like, oh, I may smell, or I haven't put deodorant on in 8 days. Maybe I shouldn't go into this crowded room.
All the self-deprecation jokes, but nobody can tell that their underarms stink. It's just
Yeah.
insane. It's hard to believe.
I guess it all checks out with that. Not a lot of self-deprecation on like, hey, I smell sort of thing. That may hurt them too much. It's like, oh no. That is one of my fears. I don't want to be I don't want to be in a room where I think I smell. I don't like that. It's not a good feeling in any way.
Yeah.
I will like if I'm somewhere, I will leave that somewhere and go get deodorant like at a Target and come back.
For sure. I have been late to work. If I forget to put deodorant on when I had a job, I will forget. I will go to, I will stop somewhere and get deodorant. I'm gonna be late to somewhere. I do not care. I got low key OCD. Like I need to be clean. Well, coronavirus kind of. When I'm in a house for a week straight, it's different. But like when I'm outside every single day, I need to brush my teeth. I need to shower every day. Wear deodorant. I'll put deodorant on multiple times a day. If I'm like about to go to a show, I'm like, hold on. If I don't shower before, I put deodorant on. Like I don't. That's why it's bad for me when grown men. And I'm talking. I want them to hear this.
Mm.
Grown men at open mics coming out there smelling like boo boo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand it, man.
Proper Ebonics. What are things that we're missing? What are some things that we're completely oblivious of and we're just going about life not recognizing that we're doing something in the wrong?
I think it'll be a good game right now, a good exercise right now to see if we can point that out for each other.
Oh boy. All right. So I have to point out something that for you, like something you don't realize, and you would point something for me. Okay. Um,
This is so good.
I can't phone a friend. You'd be the friend. It's not really going to work that way. Um,
I think it's good you're having a hard time thinking about things.
yeah, it's making it
I got
sound like
10
you're perfect.
I
Yeah.
got 10 things. I got 10 things for you. No,
All right. Well,
I don't.
you go
I don't.
first. You go.
I don't. I don't. Uh you sometimes you need to talk louder.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. Damn, that's like right on the money. That's yeah, no, that's very true.
Mr.
That's
Bean over here.
uh yeah, I mean I guess you gotta date more white women. I don't that's like like that's like you give
Listen,
it a shot. Like
if that's a flaw, then I'm forever gonna be flawed. Okay.
we're flawed human beings. We're flawed.
Listen, I'm in a relationship with a strong black woman, okay? You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, and that's not yeah, and that's not a
even
disrespect to their strong black
no,
woman.
no, no, look, even before that, I've said it on this podcast before. Relationships with white women, it don't work for me. It don't vibe. It don't. It just don't
You
vibe with
haven't
me. You know what I'm
tried
saying?
it though. That's the you haven't really like done. Obviously, you don't really need to do it now, but it's like
I have I've had relations with white women, but
that's
I've
different.
never exactly. That's as far as I could go, man. Like half the time I'm complaining about the white man. How I'm going to do that to a white woman, and it's her
Yeah,
dad. Like, you know what I mean?
exactly.
Like,
Yeah, she's talking about her dad. You're talking about the white man. It's like two worlds collide right there.
it is. I can't do it. I can't imagine going to like dinner with the white. I can imagine going to dinner and then like, so Alan, you're a comedian. Tell some of your jokes, and like half my jokes are about them. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't do it.
That's wild.
No, no, I couldn't do it. So I just like,
Yeah, that's if I come up with more flaws for you, I'll let you know. But thank you for the evaluation on that one.
yes.
It is wild being like the only like black dude in a white family setting. Like I've been to like the dinners, and like I remember once it was like her grandmother saw like a pamphlet for a school on the fridge. It was like the social work department, and there was a black dude on it. And the grandmother asked, who I was dating, "Is that Kirk?" Like she asked if I was the person on the pamphlet.
That's so good because you all look alike. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm right here. Like, like you can't. You could ask. She'll just signed it for her, give her an autograph. Yeah, that's it. It could be kind of wise. You know, I don't think you'll really need to try it out, but you know,
See, I couldn't. So okay, okay. All right, look. What did you do in that instance? Like, did you just laugh it off like, "Ha, that's funny," or did you like what? Because what I would do is I would point out the fact that she thinks that all black people look alike. That's what I would do.
yeah. Well, it would be one thing if the whole family was laughing, because then I'd feel ostracized. I'd
Mhm.
feel like that would make me feel like crap. But it was more like a, what are you like? It was all like, what are you talking about, lady? So then it kind of made me feel a little comfort. I was like, oh, okay, it's all right.
They were
Clearly,
like, "Grandma, we talked about this before he got here, Grandma. We don't don't bring that stuff up."
yeah, man. Yeah,
Uh,
I brought some artwork into the building tonight.
what is that?
I don't know. I got it at Gigi's G Spot, the boutique shop in Westchester. We've talked about it before. Shout out to Gigi. I
Gigi
went in
her
there.
G spot.
Yeah, so it's called G Spot, but her name is Gigi, so it's really GG Spot. But
Oh,
it's a fun
okay,
name. Yeah,
funny.
she's great. I went in there. She was like, "Oh, you know what? Last time you were here, actually, a customer they wrote a review of the shop and they mentioned you because
Oh,
because she has this policy. I'm not blowing up her spot. She has this policy in the boutique shop where you can't bring your bag inside. Like you
mhm,
have to leave it at the register because she's had a bunch of theft.
right.
So I was at the register just talking to her about life and all that stuff. It was like a 4 minute conversation. It was pleasant. And then like customers would come in and she'd be like, "Oh, excuse me, can you bring your bag?" And a lot of people would be like, "No," or just walk out. Apparently, one of the people they wrote a straight up review and talked about how Gigi was patronizing with one of the customers and how it wasn't really giving her customer service.
Oh,
Apparently, I was the customer. Yeah.
so but listen, you're driving business to her though. Was it through this podcast?
No, well, I was just in there and then people were coming in and out. But I did give her, she has been a former proper suggestion.
Ah,
So maybe. But yeah, it wasn't like, oh, and I saw comedian Kirk standing there next to Gigi's G spot. It was like, no, it was just a random person. Like, oh, this dude was chatting her up. Yeah, she collects a bunch of different artworks and all that stuff. And this one, K Crawl. I don't know who did it, but it was from 1974, and I figured I wanted to be cultured on this episode of Proper Ebonics.
okay. I like that. And listen, it does look like some Zimbabwe, some African type art there, So I like that.
It's Fat
It's
Joe. I just took a closer look. It's Fat
it's,
Joe.
it's Fat Joe.
Yeah, I was able to kind of that one.
Stupid. Speaking of Joe, we did it, Joe.
Oh yeah.
Joe, we did it. We did it. Oh, Joe, we did it. Yeah.
Did you watch
So
it?
my
Did it the
yo, man,
inauguration? He's in there.
I watched the inauguration, man. What the first thing I did, I woke up this morning and ate my little frosted flakes and I watched the inauguration. You know what I'm saying? It's literally still playing on my TV, but it's on mute right now. CNN is just playing right now. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
don't know how they're still commenting on it. Like, and as you see, there are no cars here, and everyone is gone. Over there is where Mitch McConnell stand. They just comment on things. Sorry, interrupting.
no. There was actually it was kind of surprising. I was against this part. There was actually people there. Like they walked down. I don't know what street they were walking down, but Biden and Kamala Harris, they were walking down the street. They were like going over to the sidelines, giving people fist bumps and stuff like that. It's just kind of like, yeah, that's cool, but we still got the coronavirus. Everybody had their mask on though, but it's just like, yeah, can be safe out there, guys. You know what I'm saying?
Kept it small, sort of thing. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
noticed that. That's so
Did you?
you did watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't even know when it started or when it ended. Like, I'm not 100% sure when
Yeah,
it. Like, it's when you watch CNN, it just never stops. So it's just politics, 24/7. So I don't know when it stopped or
yeah.
started.
And they say breaking news for everything. Like the whole inauguration was like breaking news. Joe Biden takes Wisconsin. It's like, yo, this is like, it's always. I hate when they do that for anything. It's like kind of takes away from what breaking news is.
Breaking
I
news:
think
we
it's
got to go to the bathroom really quick. Just break.
there was a few going into the bathroom breaks. I will say, most stylish, Michelle Obama.
Always,
Yeah, she was killing it. Oh my
always,
gosh, that was so
always,
nice.
bro.
Yeah, man.
They Michelle Obama is. It's not even close. Like, she is the like she put together like dress wise, beauty wise, like it's not even close. Of any other first lady, man, they don't touch her. Most of the first lady are like 70-year-old women, like with a fucking heart pacer on. She is like
Women that you would
different.
not date, sort of thing. Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't be in a relationship with them, but I would run down. Dr. Joe Biden can get the dick.
Yo, Dr. Joe Biden. I've said this before. I got a little crush. Like she was looking nice too. Ain't it's not about their looks, obviously. That's not what we're focusing. It is what we're
Look,
focusing on for
we're
this part
fo-
of the network.
we're focusing on the look. Michelle Obama needs to be praised because I remember when Obama first got in office, they were calling all types of monkeys. I remember vividly. I put a post up with Michelle Obama, and they were like talking about how she's a man, those kids are adopted. I'm like, what?
It went on
Like,
about her arms for like good all the whole 8 years. It was wild.
yeah, so she came out there and just like Michelle Obama fashion, she came out there looking great. You know what I'm saying? She had the maroon on
Mm.
with the belt. She said she had a Gucci belt on. I'm not sure, but she
It
had the
looked
belt.
like some sort of. It looked like a not Gucci, but some sort of brand that's equivalent to Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
That's
She had the hair was flipped up. You know what I'm saying? It was
mm.
listen, man. It
I
was
felt like a grandfather at some point. I was about to like pause the TV, take a photo, then hang it up in my barbershop. Like I was like, this belongs in a barbershop. Just Barack and Michelle. But the focus wasn't on them. It was. But the focus wasn't completely on them. Joe Biden, sworn in. Something I found interesting, and I maybe want to go back to like other inaugurations, which I'm not going to do. So Kamala Harris's swearing in process from Judge Sotomayor, that was like a full minute. It was like and you will be good and make sure to fight the enemies of this country. And it was like a long thing, and she killed it. She did it very well. Biden's was like 20 seconds. They're like, all right, you're gonna do this. I will do this. You're gonna do it right. I will try. You're in, and then that was it. I was wondering why it was shorter for him.
because Kamala is a black woman. They had to make sure
Yeah,
that she wasn't gonna mess it up. You know, Sotomayor was like, listen, we're gonna make sure we do yours right because our leash is a little shorter than his. Okay, so
mm,
gotta make sure we
yeah.
cover
Man.
all our bases here. You know what I'm saying?
As producer Pat states that he probably swore to do the most of what when he was the
Oh, that's a good point. So like he's like, yo, they like, okay, it's kind of like he already got the credits for college. He's just coming back. So he ain't gotta do as much work.
They
Okay.
transferred. Yeah,
It's
it's good logic right there.
credits transferred over. That makes sense. Did you see his Bible? Did you see his Bible?
Yeah, that was a medieval, but it had like locks, 3 locks on it. I was like, damn, where'd you get it? It looked like it came from a Lego store. It was wild.
His Bible been in politics for 43 years. That's I think it's
What?
crazy.
Damn. Wait, is that a true thing? He's been using that Bible for 43 years?
Well, he's been in politics for that long, so I was
Oh,
just I'm making a funny. That's all.
I see. I missed the funny. I missed the funny. I
Yeah,
told you
it
I've been
was.
disheveled today.
No, it's okay. It was you didn't catch the monologue joke like you did last week.
Uh, Still thinking about that damn monologue joke.
They just look. Hey, Pat, Did you see that somebody? I posted the monologue thing on my Instagram, and somebody said that Kirk has a cute laugh. I was like, okay, Kirk,
I did
get the
see that.
honeys.
I did see that. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I may have to find that person and chat them up, or not even chat them up, just like leave them a voicemail with me laughing. Um, That'd be something to
Chatting
end
them,
with.
you were fine with chatting them up, man.
It's just like just message them, just isn't this cute? Isn't this what you said in the comment section?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna try that.
Uh, that you please don't, man. They gonna block us both.
Man. That's
Look,
fun.
but before the whole inauguration thing happened, the first thing that happened on CNN though, they was showing Trump. They were showing Trump leaving. I guess he gave a speech too. Like
I heard.
he he actually said, which I was surprised. He actually said that the country's in good hands.
Oh, he had his fingers crossed behind his back. He's like, it's.
The country's in good hands. That's my last one. Last one.
Well, did you? One thing I thought was interesting is that Pence didn't go to the Trump's farewell thing. Um, he did go to the inauguration though, which I don't know if that was announced or not. Which a lot of people were praising him for, like, oh, so classy. And it's like, the bare minimum, is that the classiest thing you could do now? Is that...
He literally did what he was supposed to do. I mean, that's the same thing. Like when they tell fathers, like, "Oh, you're such a great father. You're in the kid's life. Like what I'm supposed to be." I mean, it's not really.
Yeah. It's like, what do you expect? Do you think he was gonna like trip Dr. Joe Biden? Like, yeah, like he's gonna be there at the inauguration. Or you know what? Everything's so wild with this administration. He could have not shown up, and it would have been also been accepted as normal if he just didn't.
People probably would have been happier if he didn't.
He was probably getting some jeers and eyes because it's not like, oh, Trump's there, that means the team is there, sort of thing. It was just Pence.
Yeah.
Pence versus like everyone that was kind of like going against during the whole campaign. I think he'll be okay though. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, he's trying to stay in politics. You know what I'm saying? He still want people to vote for him for whatever. I don't know I don't know if he's a senator. I don't know exactly, but he still wants to save face with the country at least. Unlike what's his name? Trump. Trump. I don't think that, like, I don't remember watching a president give a farewell speech and then just hopping on the plane. Like he was supposed to give that speech at the Capitol Hill, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think what Obama did. I don't think Obama spoke at Trump's inauguration.
But he was there.
Yeah, no, he was there, and he definitely was like, there was probably some sort of send off, and maybe it was like the day before, but I didn't know if it was at the Capitol or not. That yeah, no, I'm not sure about that. Still weird though. Still weird. Just be like, it's good that he wasn't there. He would have tripped Dr. Joe Biden. He would have done that. So maybe he was saving face.
Yeah, see, that's crazy, man. If he would have tripped Dr. Joe Biden, I could see Obama like, ho, what's up, y'all?
Yeah, no.
See Obama.
That would have been
Hit him up real quick.
The hook, jab, all that.
Yeah, man. It was definitely wild to see. Melania literally, I felt like she ran to the plane. She was like, "Oh, I'm out of here." Oh,
I haven't even thought about her. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I wonder what does that mean now? If it's like, I did see the first headline that said former President Trump. I was like, oh wow, we're in the future.
Yeah, we're in the future.
It's like, what does that mean for them? Because with their, we're going to talk about some relationship news with President Trump, former President Trump. What the whole idea with them is that, like, they've been kind of putting on a show, and she's been miserable this whole time. Do you think do you think it's on rocky terrains, the relationship?
She ain't going nowhere. Like, she ain't going nowhere. Listen, in her mind, was up from Trump. in her mind.
Self-preservation and happiness.
She obviously don't care about that. Look what she got with.
Yeah, people change though. She's like,
Yeah,
what?
he's changing for the worse. He's getting
That's
worse
what
and
I'm
worse.
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like
Okay.
before it was like, oh, okay, maybe the appeal of this elderly person that sells steaks. I don't really know what Trump does. It's like, what does Trump do? I know he sells steaks. Former Apprentice star. I'm in a relationship with former Apprentice star, and for whatever reason, he becomes president and gets a bad rap and does some notably awful things.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe did they dip at that time, or what did they stay there? Real
Well, yeah,
estate, Pat says. Yeah, no, that makes sense. He
producer
probably
Pat said real estate. He does have buildings. I know he has buildings. He has hotels. He has properties.
doesn't
So
he have? He has a casino, right? There's like a Trump casino.
I know there was. I'm not 100% sure if it's still there. I know Atlantic City was going to shit, so I'm not sure. I don't know.
I'm thinking of a Planet Hollywood. I was like, no, I was definitely thinking about Planet Hollywood.
No, that's the I was Atlantic City. I'm pretty sure there was a Trump casino in Atlantic City, but I don't know if it's still there. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I don't go to that region of America. I don't go to that.
You know, you ever been to Atlantic City to go casino hopping and stuff?
No. I don't. I'm not a gambler. It's one of those things where like I get why it could be addicting. I'm not saying all people that do it are addicts. It's just one of those things that I never had desire for, and I
Right.
kind of have a disdain for it. You know what it was? We'll take a little quick tangent. Someone, I was playing a game of horse or some sort of basketball game, and when I was 15 with this kid Steve, and he was worse. He was friends with the group of friends that I was friends with, and I lost. And he was like, "No, you owe me $5." And then like I remember feeling really bad about that, so I just never did it again.
Wow, man, you lost a horse to a Steve White, man.
He was Hispanic.
Okay. Woo.
Yeah.
I'll let you live, man. 'Cause I was about to say, man, if I lose any kind of game of basketball to a white guy, I said it before. I gotta fight him. There's no way
But
he's not going to beat me in any kind of basketball.
you're not even good at basketball.
I don't care. Listen, I'm good enough to never lose to a white guy in basketball. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I listen. I played basketball for like 2 preseason games in college. So
Oh,
yeah, I ain't terrible. But listen, I ain't losing to nobody
the preseason good.
yeah, I literally, this is me opening up to you here and all of our viewers. I literally only played basketball in college for 2 reasons. For one, they asked me to. They're like, "Hey, you're like 6'3". You want to play basketball?" I was like, "Sure." And the second reason was because I knew that after basketball practice, my lungs be opened up, so it'll hit me harder when I smoke my weed.
Oh, all right.
That was it. I was after practice every day. I was like, "Yes, it's time for the real sport."
The coaches see like, wow, his endorphins are really going off. He's feeling great right now.
Oh man, I couldn't. I run my suicides. I do my laps, and it was ready to roll. I was like, "Yo!" I called my friends after practice. Like, "Yo, it's time to roll up. I'm feeling open."
What?
My lungs are feeling open. Not me.
That's
My
some wild
lungs.
terminology right there, man. That's some wild.
My
Yeah.
lungs are being open. It's not my beehole or nothing. You know.
I didn't suspect it was your beehole.
Okay? Look, another tangent since we're here. All right.
I was
So
in a beehole tangent. All right.
so there's a guy, right, and I suspect that he wants my beehole, right. I think he
Wait,
does.
suspected or suspects?
I suspects. I suspect.
Oh.
I don't know this. I
There's
think that he wants it, right?
All right.
He at least like to own. Pat said like to own. Probably Pat. He probably wants to own it. Listen, own it, rent it, lease it. He wants it. So from time to time, right? He like, but I'm not 100% sure. I just get the vibe from him because he was messaging me on Instagram just about like little things, like for years though. You know what I'm saying? Just like weird questions about like where I live and things like that. Just like weird. And other day he messaged me. He asked me about something. And I was like, yeah, I'm here because my girlfriend's here. You know what I mean? Like, don't. But then my girlfriend was like, don't say that, because she's like, you should find out what he really wants. She's like trying to egg me on to find out what he. I'm like, no, you're not gonna play with my beehole here. You're not gonna.
She's like, I smell a three-way going on right now. Yeah, you
That's
shouldn't
what I
get
said.
division alert. Yeah.
That's what I said to her. I said it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you've mentioned this anonymous person in the past before because you always note it like, and he probably listens.
I don't know. He's definitely a fan of what he supports what I do. He likes my posts. So I don't. He's probably listening to this, but I just want to let him know I have nothing against you. I just like women's. You know what I'm saying? I love my women. I love my woman. You know what I'm saying? I want
Mm.
nothing to do with what I think he's after. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, clearly you love your woman, but if you had to put anything on your vision board, I'm thinking now it's this guy and white women. You're kind of like closing yourself off to a few experiences. You don't really need them
Listen,
now, but just saying.
listen. I will burn that vision board. I
Oh.
do. I wouldn't. I'll be. That wouldn't. I would throw it in the trash. That is not
Yeah.
a vision. That'd be. I turn to a surfboard. It'd just be a vision surfboard. I would use it. I wouldn't use it to get my visions and my manifest what I want. That's no. Mm-mm.
All my dreams again. What? Well, with that though, we're talking about all these aspirations. Want to pop into some goals real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
My goal, and this has to do with, not has to do, but it's definitely attached to the podcast, is it may impact it. It's not. It's more of a just giving you guys a heads up. I think my goal, I love my challenges, right?
Mm-hmm.
February, I'm gonna do no social media.
Why?
Well, I've always wanted to try it, and the only reason I didn't before was like, oh, because I have to like promote shows I'm doing or podcasts, and I just didn't do it. But now it's like, all right, there's no real, it's the pandemic still going on, sort of thing. You and Pat, I think you could hold it down for like a month in terms of promotion on social media aspect. I could still send it to like my family and all that stuff. Shout out to Auntie Donna, she listens now.
Hey, Aunt Donna.
Yeah, she's cool. And overall, and I'm just not. I don't know. I'm finding I'm not in a good space when it comes to social media. I'm becoming one of those people all of a sudden. I think I need to take a break.
Yeah.
I like. I'll tell you what sparked it. Um, there there was like a post. I commented on someone's post, sort of thing, and no reply back. Simple enough. That happens. No reply back.
Right.
No acknowledgement of it. I definitely, they definitely saw it, sort of thing. And I'm like, all right, it's a small little thing. It's not really that big of a deal. It's interactions online. Then I realized I was thinking about it every like 30 minutes for like a day.
Right.
And I was getting mad at myself for like, oh, that's such a stupid thing to be annoyed at. Why is this occupying your mind right now? And I didn't like how that felt. And
Yeah.
I knew that it was beyond my any sort of interaction or communication I have with this individual. I don't like that feeling. So I figured, let me just give this a shot now. Let me try this experiment out now and see where it takes me.
Okay, so listen, I support that. I think that if social media is affecting you like that, you should definitely take a break.
Yeah.
My only drawback is, do you want to do it on Black History Month, man? Because that's gonna be a lit ass month for Black people, man. We're gonna be talking and sharing a lot of things. That's my only drawback. That's it.
Yeah. Black community, I asked that you reach me through my AOL account. I still have an account there. Send all the memes. Send all the praises. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. No, and I think my other logic was like, okay, well, it's a short month. it's like all right, it's 28 days. That's gonna, in terms of like if I wanted to try experiment, but really it makes no difference. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it.
I support that, man. I definitely believe that you gotta. Social media can definitely mess with your mental, and that's, I said it before. I don't comment on people's things that I disagree with. I really don't argue with people because it can affect you, and
it wasn't
especially.
even I'm sorry, but it wasn't even disagreeing though. I'm still annoyed about it. I'm still annoyed. It wasn't even disagreement. It was like
Okay,
another, like, here's a
maybe
tidbit to add to that.
maybe she just didn't see it.
It was a he. I'm
So
gonna
I
start
don't
calling this
understand.
person out. No, but it was like, all right. So it's like, so you see Facebook is like, oh, it's like, it's a small thing. You kind of like dismiss it in a lot of ways, but in a lot of ways, it's a form of communication as well. So it's almost like if there's a group of people talking, and you see the group of people talking, they're talking about something you're interested in, perhaps something you grew up with, and you're like,
Right.
oh, all right, I have things to add to this. I think I'll be a good contribution to this group. You go in, and the group ignores you. It's like, oh, that's a weird feeling. You start feeling ostracized, especially if it's about a topic you care about. And so, yeah, it's just overall, I recognize a lot of that's within me too. So I was like, I gotta get rid of these toxins. The toxins are in me right now. I
Yeah.
gotta get them out.
Listen, I fully support that, man. Social media can do that to you, and especially if you're annoyed and it's been a couple of days, yeah, or whatever. Even if it's been 10 minutes, if you're still annoyed, yeah, give that a break. I support that. Was there a lot of comments on this post?
Yes.
So for me, when I get to a certain amount of comments, I don't have the bandwidth to respond. But I'm just like, you guys are still commenting on this. I moved on. I got all the info I want to get. I've shared everything I want to share. So that's for me. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's just like, sorry, Kirk, I'm just done with the post. You know what I'm saying?
Perhaps.
So
I'll go
perhaps not
back to the
personal.
posts later on, and if I see that there are any comments after what I commented, I will make another comment letting them know about the goal and how their bullshit sparked it. Um, Probably not going to do that. I've been logging out of Facebook. I logged out and I posted last night for the first time in a while, and then logged right back out. So I don't know how things are going over there.
All right, yeah. So me and Pat will hold it down for Black History Month. So all the Black History Month facts you see, it's gonna be coming from Pat. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, you got it.
That's so funny. All right, look. All right, this my goal, and this is he said, producer Pat said peanut butter. Producer Pat, you know who invented peanut butter? This is your chance to shine right now, Pat. Who invented peanut butter? Type it, Pat. It's your chance. Don't Google it neither. Who invented peanut butter, Pat? You're on the hot seat right now.
Here's a hint. It's not Wesley Snipes.
George Washington Carver. There it is. All right, my man. You're good to go for February. All right. He said I had to spell it. All right, right.
I wasn't too sure about that. Yo, producer Pat is the person that should be taking over on Black History Month.
Come on, that's one of the easy ones, man. That's
I was like, Mr. Peanut.
Mr. Peanut. Jamal Peanut. All right, look. This my goal for this month, man. It's something that we talked about before, man. We need a new logo, man. We this logo that we have is from a picture that's at least 4 years ago, at least.
Over 4 years. I think it was before Trump's presidency. I was living in Kutztown.
See, listen, we look like two different people. I and my goal, and I know he listens to this. I forget, is it Jeff? Is Jeff his name?
Yeah. Yeah, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. Shout out to Jeff, bro. I'm about to message you, bro. He said, producer Pat said Jeff Carver. Jeff Washington Carver. Look, hey, listen, there's no shade, but I gotta email you, bro. This is a goal. What we do in this show is we make goals that we want to accomplish to better ourselves and to better the podcast. And we need a new logo.
And we saw some of the stuff that he cooked up for us before. It's just like drafts, and they're dope. They're nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. We just gotta. You might have forgot. Pandemic things are going on. People got their own lives. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta. That's my goal is just to email them. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, hey, bro, we need to get this logo popping. You know what I'm saying? Because going to a new year, just can't keep using the same one.
We really don't look the same. We don't have hair. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I guess I do look the same. Yeah.
I'm fat and drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, you were a little chubby back then.
Yeah. So we need that's the goal, man. So we need to get that. And you over there like, yeah, you fat ass. No, man, listen.
You know what? That's what you need to improve. You got the full beard now and everything. Yeah, you've changed. Shout out to Hulk Hogan. The person on there. No one needs to know who she is.
Oh, listen, she's a big comedy fan, man. She used to come to all the shows.
I remember. Yeah, no, I remember. She didn't like have after parties afterwards. It's like I never been to an after party for an open mic before, but all right.
Yeah,
As
I don't
good
know
as a
about
Ritz
those.
hotel. I
I don't
didn't.
know. I don't know about those. You went to the after parties? I remember that
No,
was.
I remember that night. We definitely both got invited though.
See, I was drunk. I didn't remember. I don't.
Yeah, no, it was a whole like jacuzzi and mention of cocaine. I was like, I gotta go feed the cat. Like, I genuinely had to
Oh,
go home and feed my cat. And also I just didn't want to be in a jacuzzi with cocaine around me. So I just,
that'd be a funny story. Listen, you're lucky I don't remember because I might have went.
she's listening to this right now. Like, Alan, you did go. You don't remember doing that cannonball?
And the 3 foot jacuzzi, yeah. No, man, I don't remember, but that's the goal, man. So we want to
Yeah.
get you off social media, get your mind right, and we want to get when you come back, yo, we'll have a new logo. Stop, I'm serious.
Yeah. I'm only gonna come back if there's a new logo. Jeff, if you want me on Facebook, you need to create a new logo, my guy. Now, shout out to Jeff.
Right.
Yeah, man, it's I will say, you know what? I'll say a few things because we're on a podcast. No, it's interesting. Do you think in terms of podcasting, do you ever supplement that or substitute rather that with therapy? Of like even just
Um,
yeah, like the idea of like podcasting or even just talking to a friend being therapy versus seeing a professional.
yeah, for 100%. I feel like I don't know if you remember. I might have said this even last week, but one of the biggest reasons that I got into doing this podcast is because it gives me the kind of what stand up gives me and allows me to the muscle, allow me to work those muscles. It allows me to but at the time when I decided that we could do this thing, I didn't understand how stand up affected me mentally. You know what I'm saying? And I understand it now that when I don't have stand up, I would go crazy. So I have to do these podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it definitely, yeah, I need to talk to somebody. I need to laugh with somebody. I need to bounce ideas off of somebody,
Mm,
or I'll go crazy. And like if we don't record, if I don't record anything for like a month and I don't do any stand up, I'm miserable. Everybody around me is miserable. So yes, this is like a form of release for me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
definitely.
100%.
Yeah,
What about you though?
no, I agree. Even like mentioning that Facebook thing, that's been in my head for like a good 2 days now. I'm just pissed off. I'm getting mad at myself for being mad. But being able to articulate that, it's like, all right, that's kind of helpful. I think, I think just talking to a friend in general is like good. Therapy is also good. I was contemplating, what was that? You ever use that BetterHelp, the online therapy?
No, I haven't. I never heard of that.
It's like I used it before when I was going through that whole wedding situation. Remember that? I used it then, and I only did it for like a month because I was like, I'm not paying for this right now. But they have a sliding scale of payment and all that stuff. And anyway, it's a good service. I was thinking of doing that, but then like I find that every time I think about doing it, I end up recording the podcast or doing like a Zoom open mic, and then the feeling of having to talk to a professional just goes away afterward.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I need to do both.
No,
Try it out.
yeah, man. I think definitely. I think that doing therapy is good, but I think that yeah, man. I think this is definitely a release. Sometimes you need to talk to somebody. Sometimes you just get it off. You just say the things that are bothering you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not too often you're gonna be sitting in your room like, oh, this Facebook comment is driving me crazy. But like when you have somebody
You
to
know I
say
did.
it,
I did. I wrote it down and everything. Pissed
you
off
probably
thinking
did, but
about this. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to go through that, Kirk. But
Some
this
bullshit.
definitely it is. It is. You know what I'm saying? Look, producer Pat's hit to-do list. Get pissed.
Proper suggestion.
Yeah. So listen, man. Like for real, this is like you have. I don't know how you do this, but like I have friends that I talk to. When we talk, we may not talk every day or every week. When we talk for like hours, like an hour or two. You know what I'm saying? And this is the same thing as that. You get to vent. You get to talk about what you got going on. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much what therapy is. But I'm not a professional. You know what I'm saying? I'm an asshole, so I might laugh at some things you may say. You know what I'm saying? but for sure, this is definitely some form of release and some form of therapy for a lot of people. Definitely for me, So
Mm,
yeah, man.
yes. I've started. I think I told you about a few of the classes I was taking, like the online courses.
Yeah.
One of them was self hypnosis, and they talk about that. And like I'm in like the first few sort of courses of it, of like how a lot of therapists. The reason why you need to know self hypnosis is
Right.
because so like like if you like daydream sort of thing, how they say like, oh, you're kind of like dozing off or whatever.
Uh-huh.
The theory of like hypnosis is pretty much it's good when you do that because if you're learning new information and then you daydream, it's your brain's subconscious way of adapting the new information into your thinking patterns without actively thinking about it. So it's like, oh, I'm learning this math problem or I'm learning this thing about Alan. And then you kind of like go about your own brain and think about your own thoughts. And then that's when with the stuff you just learned, it's integrating into the other nonsense or whatever stuff you're thinking of in your brain.
Uh,
And hypnosis kind of helps you tap into that. So I'm just giving some tips for anyone interested in hypnosis. I'm going to be a hypnotist. I don't know what they're called. The hypnotizer. I don't know what they are, but I will be that person.
a doctor of hypnotism. I don't know.
A hop hip tizzy. Yeah, that's well.
So all the teachers that used to get mad at me and get mad at a lot of students for daydreaming in class, they were all wrong
Yeah,
because I was just learning that new information. It makes so much sense now.
yeah. If you're looking out the window, it's like, oh, you're just learning. You're just trying to bring that information in. Knowledge is continuous and it never stops.
Yeah, I like. See, you know what? Yeah, you're right. So listen, that makes a lot of sense because like just not even joking though, but like I used to daydream a lot in school, and I wasn't like not paying attention or whatever, but like I'd be daydreaming. I'd be, oh, look at that girl in her thong. Oh, just daydreaming. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
What school do you go
makes.
to, man?
Oh, well, listen, you ain't. Hold on. Sidebar. Did you? One of the biggest things for me in high school, for a lot of my friends that I know, was like when like the girls would like lean forward in class and you guys see the top of their thong. We were so young, we were like, oh my god, look at that thong. Oh, you know what I'm saying? The producer Pat said the whale tail. Yeah, that's yeah.
Well,
You
man.
didn't see no whale tails in high school?
Not, I'm sure I did. Just, I think for me, I was very much like if I saw someone bending over, I'd be very much like, oh, I shouldn't look, and I'd look away. So
You're
like, I
such
think, yeah, I
you're
think
such a
that was a big
sweetheart.
part. Not even sweetheart. I think it was just like a driven by guilt. Like, or just like, oh, okay, that's she doesn't want me looking that. Like, if I'm bending over, I don't want people looking at my underwear, so I'm not going to look at hers. I think that. I'm sure I saw some thongs.
Bro, I used to know who had on what thongs and what period. I was like, yo, this period, yo, she always had a red thong on Wednesdays. It's about to be lit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, she needs to do laundry. that's that's a weird pattern.
Oh, it's so good. Yo, the one thing I wanted to get back into it before we get up out of here, whatever. Did you see that Donald Trump like pardoned a whole bunch of people, right?
Yeah, yeah. You think like up to 73.
Right.
I
So
saw that.
one thing,
I don't know if true or
one
not.
one thing I didn't know that I found out today, I seen it on Facebook, and I had to research it myself because I don't believe stuff I see on Facebook, was that President Obama on his last day pardoned more people than any other president ever. He pardoned like 300 people on his last day.
That's what's up.
I didn't even know that.
Hmm.
And I went back to like see like who he was pardoning and stuff, and a couple stood out to me. Like one was Willie McCovey. Willie McCovey is an old baseball player, the old baseball coach, and like 20 years ago, he got convicted of some tax fraud or something, and had to pay some fines or something. And like it's been done and over with. But Barack Obama was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna commute your sentence, bro. Let you off." Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was,
That's great. Well, I wonder if the player was from Chicago and he was just like a fan sort of thing.
he was black. I don't know.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
So Trump pardoned two people that are in the culture. You know what I'm saying? Trump pardoned Kodak Black and he pardoned Lil Wayne.
He did Kodak Black.
He pardoned Kodak Black.
I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at that. It's it's weird because it's like because it's Donald Trump, so like he's had ties to like the hip hop community for like years and all that stuff, like it being referenced. he probably knows some stuff about hip hop, at least enough to know. I'll have the wherewithal to be like, oh, are people talking about Kodak Black? Yeah. What do you do? What? Get him out of there, sort of thing. That's what I wonder if he didn't do Bobby Shmurda, did he?
No, that's what everybody. I seen a meme going around. It was like a meme of like a guy looking at the phone, like hysterical, like, and it was like Bobby Smurder seeing Lil Wayne and Kodak Black get pardoned, but not him.
Oh no, I heard he got released or he's being released. No, that's nuts. I didn't see. I think he pardoned all of his children, which is interesting because it's kind of like when you pardon it kind of like introduces the idea of guilt
Yeah,
of like, oh well, federally you don't have to worry about any of the things that you may be suspected of.
yeah.
It's kind of wild. It's I don't know if there's like a limit on how many people you could pardon as well.
I don't know, but I'm going to say I don't think so.
Yeah, if he's like if Obama's in 300s and Trump's in like the 73s, and I think he's pardoned people before that too, in the Turkey. Yeah, I think like you're probably no limit on it. I guess they could still Lil Wayne, he can't federally face any punishment, but state wise, gotta be careful, Weezy. Gotta be careful.
So, but it makes sense though when it comes to Lil Wayne, why he was all Trumpy around the election. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures and you know,
Again, I can't knock that. I can't not if you're like thinking strategic and the point of like, well, I may get a pardon from this. All right.
okay. So that was the question I posed to my homie earlier. It was like Lil Wayne was facing because this is his second gun charge. You know what I'm saying? He was facing 10 years in jail. Would you take a picture with Trump to not go to jail for 10 years?
Would I?
Yeah.
Yes. Like absolutely. But who knows? Maybe it's a shout to Dmitry Karazimov. Maybe it's a crime that I did, and I feel that I must suffer. But I don't. In this hypothetical, I don't think I did the crime either. So yes, no, I would do that.
Yeah. So listen, I'm being honest with you. I'm pretend to I don't have to snitch or do nothing. All I gotta do is take a picture. Like I'm like, Chee! You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna smile. You know what I'm saying? What want me to do? You want me to put my arm around you? What I gotta do? You know what I'm saying? So it's like 10 years. 10 years is a long time. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? I was thinking about that today too. Of just like I was thinking of like when Kanye was in the Trump Towers and they had that photo op. And I was thinking about like if you're like just some dude in the background getting your lunch and then you see that you're in the frame. Do you get out of the frame or are you like I was thinking as that person, like if I'm somewhere and someone's taking pictures with Donald Trump, do I try to get in the frame? Do I attempt to get a photo? I know with like Obama, I'd be like, yeah, hell yeah, let me get a photo right there. But then it's like, Trump. But at the same time, it's like, damn, that's a president of the United States. That's like history right there. A very notable president in the United States, not for great reasons. Would I take that photo?
No, I would either get the hell out the photo. I would probably wouldn't even be around him because I've been on record and I've said this. After January 20th, if I see him in public, I'm smacking him. So I probably wouldn't be around him. And if I was in the picture, I would be having my middle finger up like I'm some thug. You know, like, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm not.
Thugs don't. That's 14-year-old girls at Hot Topic do that.
You need to get out of Hot Topic. You've noticed too much.
They always have red thongs on.
No.
Pat, edit that out. Pat, edit that
out. It's a joke. It's a funny.
No,
it's a funny. It's a funny. We know. But yeah, I don't know. Listen, man, I just hope that Lil Wayne drops like a whole album full of diss tracks.
On Trump?
Like that would make it okay for me. Cause like he as long as he's not up there like supporting. If you took the picture to say 10 years of your life, 10 years of being away from your family, I get that. But don't be out there caping for him. You drop some diss track. I need to see some hot fire coming at him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wayne's gonna mess around and put Trump on a hook. Trump's gonna be on an interlude for the next Carter 6. Like stolen. They don't want us to win, much like my boy Weezy. That'd be wild, man. Oh. Yeah, it may not be a good look.
Man, I don't.
Because like you see, like the people in his campaign, I don't know if you saw, like a lot of them are they're pretty much stating that a lot of companies are not sure if they would hire someone from the Trump administration, whether it be Kellyanne Conway or like the House Speaker, not the House Speaker, but the pretty much person that did all the press secretary. I forget her name right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't. What's your take on that? If say if you're interning at the Trump administration, you're just coming out of college and they offer you a job, you're interning, you end up taking it, although it may not really vibe well with your politics. Do you think
Yeah.
that's a bad move or no?
So where I'm at in my life right now, I'm not rocking with nobody that I don't rock with. Does that make sense? Meaning like I don't yeah, if Trump asked me to do a 20-minute set at his dinner, I'm not gonna go do it because I don't rock with what he rock with. I don't support that kind of stuff. So if you like, there's been people that have been canceled. Like they try to kick Chrisette Michelle. Remember she sung at his inauguration, I think, or Chrisette Michelle she sung at something for him, and she got so much backlash. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? People get praised when Trump has reached out to many of artists and they've turned him down because he's Trump. So if I don't rock with your values, I'm not going to do it. So if I was in the space where they wanted me like intern to be a secretary or something, I'll just be a secretary somewhere else. Like that's it. So if you choose to do that, that's on you, and you get whatever come with it. Like
Very true. Very true. And that's I was thinking about it from that standpoint of like, damn, what if like you're coming out of school, you're looking for a job, and then you get offered to work for the White House. It's like, whoa, you take it. And I think that's true. Of like you have to kind of place your values there. I think one of the best quotes that I've heard. That's not true. It's not one of the best. Probably in the top 10. It's like you have to work for yourself in terms of like your company may have like a cool mission statement, but you have to work for your own mission statement ultimately.
right,
So if it
right.
doesn't really,
So
yeah,
look, this is we are both in comedy college right now. We have not reached the level of mainstream or whatever level we want to reach. So we both technically are in comedy college.
we're in
If
trade
Trump
school.
no, so if Trump called you, would you do a set at his dinner party?
No, I mean, I don't. So I can't even flat out say no. If they're like, "Yo, we're gonna pay you $10,000," and I'm like, "Oh, I could like pay off a lot of things, and it's to do something that I enjoy," and you could even do like a Stephen Colbert style when he spoke at Bush's dinner party where he just roasted them the whole time.
Uh,
I would think about it.
right,
That's where I stand with that. I would think about it.
right. Yeah, I'm a so money, okay, I ask you this. Money aside, you have all the money, would you do it? Like you already have the money you need to pay everything off. You have no debt. Would you do it?
No, I don't think it would be a fun crowd. Even if it's just like, I don't know, it's part of me is like a part of the American idea of like, oh man, I get to perform for the president. It just happens to be this president. I'm just like,
Yeah.
but the idea of performing for a president, that's kind of cool. That's kind of, I think that would be kind of wild.
Would you perform for Hitler?
Would I prefer? No, no, I wouldn't perform for Hitler.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
I'm trying to word this in a way because I was trying to word some. Pat, no, don't joke. Like, I don't know what and it's not advocating it in any way. I think obviously history shows Hitler horrible, but at that time though, a lot of Americans kind of ignored it because they didn't really recognize the significance of it. And that may be what we're going through right now. Maybe we don't recognize the significance of it from years on out. So it's like when you're in it, maybe doesn't seem as bad. In Trump's case, we're in it and it seems really bad.
Right.
So it's just I don't know.
I
I
think
think that's really put yourself in the situation before saying yes or no.
I think that for like 40 years from now, they're not going to look back and say, well, Trump wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? It's not going to be any better. You know what I'm saying? He incited violence upon this country, bro. It was people terrorizing Capitol Hill because that's what he did the last 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Well,
yeah,
look at Bush though. But George Bush Jr., he's like a lovable character now. with like between his painting and like just like, oh, he's bumping elbows with Michelle Obama. If you remember during his administration, he was seen as the devil. He was seen as like, oh, he took down the towers. It was, people still say that stuff, but like there's less of a significance on it now. So I don't know. Hitler could paint too. Oh,
Producer Pat said Hitler can paint too.
that's true.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. When it comes to Trump, bro, like I'm cool, man. I don't. It's not worth it. I gotta. I don't let. I gotta. It was the. I got. I know my price. I know my worth. I know my value. I'm not doing it. Like I can't live with that. Like I can't. Like yes, I'm in debt now. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind being in debt and be able to save face and be like, yeah, I'm the one to turn that down. I don't think that me being like, well, my debt's paid off. Not everyone hates me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
The
cool.
social ramifications of it and like the way one may feel about themselves after doing it. Yeah. Yeah. I would say ultimately I'd turn it down.
You
It's
you
hard for me
think
to say
you
hard no.
you listen, this how I know that you would turn it down. You ready?
Hmm.
I'm telling because you couldn't handle someone not commenting back.
That
You
was some
can't go back.
bullshit. That was some bullshit. Yeah, you're right. Oh my god, that's yeah, you're right. I would be very annoyed if they whether they didn't laugh or they laughed at the wrong joke.
The
I would,
point the point that I'm making is you would never be able to get on social media ever again. You would have to change your phone number if you did some shit like that, bro. You understand that?
why?
Because of the hate for Donald Trump and what he has done to this country and to people. The backlash you would get from that, you would never be able to get on social media again. They will find you every time you put up a new, you can make a fake name. They'll find that fro. You know what I'm saying? They'll find you, man. They gonna your mentions and your comments will be all hate because people don't like him, man. Like it ain't
Didn't you
worth it.
didn't you get some hate from a Trump supporter recently on your Twitter endeavors?
Oh, remember I had the segment, Alan's DMs.
Good. Do we want
Hey,
to get
look,
into Alan's DMs real quick?
we're gonna do Alan's DMs right
Alan's
now.
DMs, everyone.
So I don't know what I did. You know what I think this is what I did. CNN on Twitter, CNN put a thing up talking about how Donald Trump didn't say goodbye to Biden like a normal president would. Like, didn't talk to him beforehand. Instead, he left them a note. So what I did was I took a crayon and I wrote a fake note and it just said, good luck, in quotation marks. It said, they made me write this. And like,
That's funny.
and like I spell right the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So this Trump supporter came into my DMs and I'm gonna read you exactly what he said to me. He said, your comedy sucks. Please quit. Nobody knows what the F you're talking about. Your comments on Twitter are going to get you in trouble, and you don't want that, you freak. Where you at? Whack ass wannabe.
Yo, he called you a freak? Damn.
So he said, where you at? So I responded to him. I said, I'm at your mom's house.
What's up?
Typical roast, And he says, my mom died 6 months ago. Relax.
Uh-oh.
So I said, that explains why she's not here then.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Classic.
Ooh.
Damn.
And then he blocked me.
Was this dude following you before?
No, he's seen a post on Twitter. I'm assuming it's the one I left at CNN because that's a big reputable site. And he came to my Instagram and left this message like, "You're not funny," and I even listen. You know what's crazy? I even debated. I screenshotted it. I sent the message to my girl. I was like, "Man, look at this. I'm about to just delete this. I ain't got time for this." And she was like, "You gotta say something." I was like, "Yeah, I do."
It's her trying to get another three-way. It's like, you can engage in this one. Really? There's some tight energy here.
She always egging me on about my DM. So that happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's the kind of energy they put out in the world. I would never perform with Donald Trump because he had people like that on his side, man. Like, you literally came and bothered me on a whole different app.
Yeah.
Like,
I will say, before we head out, something I saw recently that like genuinely disturbed me. Oh, what Bruce about to say? Ask her what Kirk should do about that guy not. That's some bullshit. But like, I really mean, I'm gonna go there, check that post out. I'm gonna try to get out of my brain, bro. Try to get out of my brain.
okay.
Something that bothered me. I saw someone who's pretty vocal about like their support for Trump. And Biden, I guess one of his, I don't know the official name, like chief of health. It's pretty much like the part, like head of health in some capacity.
Yeah.
It's a transgendered individual.
Oh, I
It's
seen
one of
that.
the first, yeah. And the person posted something about like, how could you comment about health if you don't even know if you're a boy? And it was just something like that's some just I don't know, it was just ignorant as hell. It wasn't even like in a joking way. Like you could tell like I think I framed it in a way that I was like, oh, if it was a joke, maybe they should have said it that way. But they didn't even say it like that.
Yeah.
It was just it was just pure hate. And I was like, and seeing all the people like being commenting on it, like, yeah, it disgusts me. I'm like, that's kind of you're just openly like this. That's crazy. That's bonkers.
I think the funniest part was when you looked like you were in somebody's comment section. You were like, wait, you guys are saying this out loud?
It's like that group ostracized me, so I came to this group, and you guys were on some bullshit too. Damn, like it's oh my god. That's
Yeah,
another,
man.
that's another thing that was a Facebook thing I saw, and it put me in a weird space of like, oh, that's so much hate, and to the point where like, you ever find yourself on Facebook like whether you actively seek it, of like, oh, I'm gonna go back to this thread, see check out what the Philly Comedy Network, what's going on there.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
that's a whole other episode.
yeah, shout out to Lemaire. And then like just actively seeking these things, and I don't know, it just doesn't. I got to get rid of these toxins, bro. Got to get rid of them.
I agree, man. I agree. Even if when you come back from your hiatus, maybe you need to get rid of some of those people. Maybe you just unfollow those people. You ain't got to unfriend them, just unfollow them. You know what I'm saying? I do that a lot. There's people who I'm okay with, I have no problem with, but I just don't agree with the way they move online. I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to see these. I don't want to see this. So
Yeah, no, I hear that.
that might be a solution as well.
Cool, man. Well, let's dip out. I have nothing to do. It's not like I have to go anywhere. I just want to dip out and go in my closet for a little bit.
You go in your closet. I'm about to go make some shrimp and grits.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right,
Yeah.
man. Well, thank you for liking and subscribing. If you did do that in the past, if you didn't, then you know what to do. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. Thanks for listening.
Thank you guys.